Hi there and welcome to the Gem Blenders channel. My name is Steve and today we're going to be taking a look at the level 5 blends in the Gem Blenders base collection. Once again, I'm joined by my collaborators Sam and David. Why don't you guys say hi?
Hi, this is Sam.
Hi, it's David.
Thanks for joining me again. So, level 5 blends. These are not only the most powerful blends in Gem Blenders, but they're also going to be very important because they determine what other blends you use in your deck, generally. Just in deck building in general, you're going to be using sub-blends of your level 5 blend just so you have a better consistency of gems. So yeah, level 5 blends are super important. Let's get into it. Sam, why don't you start us off?
All right, let's start off with Catalyst Controller. Aqua Gem, Pyro Gem, Electro Gem, Nocturne Gem, Aero Gem. It's a 2/3, and Catalyst Controller's effect is really cool. Effectively, you can mirror a blend in your discard and take on that effect. So Catalyst Controller is very versatile, and it's got some solid defense too. It's a pretty solid blend.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really cool. It's an effect copier.
Yeah.
That's right.
David would say it's the potential.
I'm not even just gonna say potential. I'm gonna say you guys aren't going far enough. Catalyst Controller it's like the ultimate level 5 blend.
The ultimate.
It's beautiful. Anything that is in your discard pile, you can control. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like if you do control what gets into your discard, you can like pull from so many different effects, and that makes it really versatile. But that being said, it does take a lot of preparation. I would say it goes for me like B territory.
I would say C because the stats are not particularly good. So yes, you can mirror an effect, but the 2 attack 3 defense is for level 5. I don't think that's particularly good.
And I bet you guys like McDonald's burgers over burgers that you cook at home that take a little bit longer. Is that right? So this is, in other words, this is an S tier, S+ tier.
S+.
Okay, it's a C.
Okay, I think my B might be the winner there if we're going somewhere in the middle. That sounds fair.
It a B. Yep.
I think it's a solid B. I think you can do some really cool things with it. Yeah. Fleet Reacher, Pyro Gem, Cryo Gem, Electro Gem, Nocturne Gem, Aero Gem. 2 attack, 2 defense, and while in back position, you can have your frontline heroes attack up to 2 times per turn. So pretty cool. One of the only level 5 back position heroes besides Ion Banger. Yeah, it's a really powerful effect, but it's hard to get a level 5 functioning in your back position because it takes a lot of energy.
Yeah, the high resource cost makes it tough. The 2/2 is not bad, especially if you get switched out of your back position. And the effect is really cool. I always really like Fleet Reacher. I just have a hard time using it well. I think it's a good effect. I don't know. I feel like it's a B.
B?
Yeah.
You say B. I would say C for Fleet Reacher.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's better in theory than in practice, certainly. But if you sacrifice one of your front line for a Mountaineer, I don't know. You're still getting double the attack from the other 2 heroes.
Why are we talking about a Mountaineer? So because the Fleet Reacher doesn't get switched out?
That's right.
Yeah.
I think that's a stretch given the gem makeup, but
that's my strategy.
It's only 1 gem off. It's not terrible, but yeah, I don't know. It's really hard because you build up, you put a lot of resources into your back position, and then you really have to depend on what's on your front line. It's definitely a different strategy, I think, than most people use in Gem Blenders.
Okay. Votes. Majority rules. I say C.
Yep. B.
I say B.
Okay. B it is. Moving on to Fume Blitzer. David.
Fume Blitzer is Terra, Pyro, Electro, Nocturna, Aero. It's a 7 attack, 0 defense, but it can only attack when it's in the center position, making Fume Blitzer the trashiest of all the level 5s. D.
I think D is harsh just because the 7 is so, the
7's the highest attack in the game.
The highest written attack.
Highest written
attack. It's the highest written attack. True.
Good qualifier. Yeah, I mean, I think David's not far off. I think Fume is not particularly good. I rarely see a deck that's built around it. I'd probably say a C just because of the high attack.
Yeah, it's very easy to either defend against it or like use some type of disruption against it, whether that's like that's probably just a force switch or a struggle switch. But yeah, I would say maybe B, but
excuse me.
You say give it a B? If you're gonna give it a B, I'm gonna move the needle and say D, so it ends up as a C.
Okay, we're saying C, collectively a C.
Okay.
Ion Banger, I like Ion Banger a lot. Terra Gem, Pyro Gem, Electro Gem, Lucio Gem, Capro Gem. 0 attack, 3 defense, and its effect Atomic Blast. At the end of your turn, you may deblend the hero and double all attack or non-attack damage dealt during that turn. So really cool. Functions similar to both a Amplify and a Weaponize, which are 2 of the most powerful 3-star action cards. Yeah, I like it a lot. If it meshes well with a lot of the strategies I like to use. Yeah, I would say A.
Yeah, I think being able to be an Amplify or a Weaponize, being able to do a ton of damage, that like potential or that capacity means that Ion Banger is good. I would give Ion Banger an A, also because it's not an action card. You can't really stop it. It's a blend.
Yeah, true.
So I think that makes it tough.
No super
Granted
cancels.
that you've got to go through a lot to get it out, or to use it. But I do think that the capacity to do big damage makes it an A.
Yeah, I would say it's a pretty high A.
Okay, agree on an A. Cool. Yeah, I think just like what makes it not an S is that it can't do damage on its own, and it's like relying on, and it has a lot of criteria. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Sam, you want to take Lattice? Or
I think David should take Lattice. Yeah.
Okay.
Lattice Crusher, Terra, Pyro, Cryo, Nocturna, Capro. 2 attack, 5 defense. And it's such a strange effect. Once during your turn on your front line, if you discard 2 Terra gems on this hero, then you can discard 1 gem on an opposite position hero. But then the blend that's on that hero will be returned to the hand and not discarded. So this Lattice Crusher looks really cool because it can drain an opponent, but it's actually really trashy because the blend, it doesn't get discarded. So
it's not trashy.
I would say it's trash.
It can be
trashier level 5.
Yeah, no, not trashy. If you target the right gems, it can be extremely useful and even devastating. Yeah, you have to have some type of switcher on your field, but luckily, your Chaser is a sub-blend of Lattice Crusher, so great synergy there.
Yeah, good synergy. I think David was perhaps a tad harsh, but he wasn't wrong. Lattice is not particularly good. We don't see it get a ton of play. The 2 attack is not helpful. Effectively, if you're playing a Lattice Crusher, you're not playing, at least in my mind, you're not playing to win the game by doing damage. You're playing to make the opponent forfeit by crushing their gems and halting their strategy. That's not a way that I particularly like to play, so I don't really like Lattice Crusher that much. But the effect is good. I don't know. I mean, I think if we're giving, I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm between a B and a C, but I think I'm leaning towards C.
I would lean towards C. It's very unwieldy.
Okay, and I would say relative to other level 5s, I would say it's a D.
I kind of like David's thought process there. I could be convinced that it's a D.
I don't know. I could be convinced too. David, one last convincing.
You know what? After you guys said that you're convinced, I actually now think that because it is a drain, drain's pretty good. It should be a C.
Okay.
All right, then we're landing at C. Okay, C. It's just roundabout way, but we got there.
We got Luster, Aqua Pyro, Cryo, Lucio, Capro, 2/2, Spectrum Strike. While in center position, if you have at least 9 different gem types on your field, plus 8 attack. I love Luster. I think it's a cool effect. I like that it incorporates all 9 gem types. It's a 2/2 base, which is nice too. So it's kind of similar to Fume Blitzer in a lot of ways. But it's harder to get the bonus. But it's not useless when it's like on your front line, like a regular blend without the 9 gems. Thoughts?
Yeah, that was a good summary, Steve. I don't like Luster at all. I think it's not a fun strategy. Luster's a D in my mind.
Wow,
D.
it's crazy that we are total opposites because this is so clearly an S tier for me. Simply because it is the only blend in the game that relies on having 9 different gem types.
That's not a good thing though. Like,
No,
it's cool.
it's iconic.
It's iconic
It's-
for sure.
it
If
is
it's getting
iconic.
bonus
It
points
is
for
iconic.
that, then yeah, sure.
It's
D is
a
harsh,
D.
Sam.
It's just you have to do so much to get Luster out.
It's not
But
that
it's so
much.
fun to do it. The
It's a
prep is
lo-
fun.
It's a lot to do. I don't think. Yeah, I think it's a D.
I'm gonna say
Oh, I guess I'm kind of deciding this then. If that's where you guys fall. Like I like it more than personally I like it more than Fume Blitzer, and I think it's less useful than Ion Banger. So I would probably say B.
B is high. I mean, it is Fume Blitzer effectively.
A. No, it is not. Don't go there.
I think I like the blends that work with it a little better, and that bumps it up a little bit. Remember, Fume Blitzer was on the edge for me too, between B and C. I think. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a B.
All right, we're very full in the middle right now.
Mhm.
Sam, why don't you take Nectar?
Of course, I was waiting for this. Nectar Resolver, Aqua Gem, Terra Gem, Cryo Gem, Lucio Gem, Aero Gem, 0 attack, 6 defense, and once during your turn, you may discard 1 blend on your field, and then inflict damage equal to that blend's level to an opponent's HP, or gain HP equal to that blend's level. So, Nectar Resolver, you can use another blend or Nectar Resolver itself to deal 5 effect damage in Nectar's case, or gain 5 life, because Nectar's a level 5. I love Nectar. The 0 attack, 6 defense might not look good at first, but there's lots of fun ways that you can invert to do attack damage, or quick switch to make use of the defense. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Nectar. It's very flexible too, with the ability to gain life. I don't know. I mean, I really like Nectar. I would say Nectar's a low S.
Low S. I think it's a pretty stellar card. I don't know. I think it's a solid S. I don't.
Yeah, Nectar is scary to see on your opponent's field.
Yeah, it's like annoying because of the wall, and then generally they have the inverts and stuff. So it's okay, damage plus you can deblend stuff. I don't know. I guess you need a lot of support for it to function properly. Like on its own, it's not that useful. Yeah, you need the support.
You do. But I've seen some decks that are kind of fun. If you do, for example, Dextra Miracle Blend, you see Nectars run in decks that don't necessarily have a gem makeup. Yeah. And that to me is a sign of a good level.
Half the level 5 blends are useful in a Dexter deck.
Well, I don't know. Is Luster?
I said half.
Luster is useful in any deck. Let's be real.
Okay.
Any of David's decks.
But I think my point still stands that if you can have a deck of any level 5 that you'd want, Nectar would be a card you'd want in your deck.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll give it S, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in agreement? I agree.
I'm all in on S.
David, you want to take Pearl?
No,
Yeah.
I want to take Pearl.
Okay.
All right. I've been waiting for Pearl too. All right, Pearl Deceptor, Aqua Gem, Cryo Gem, Electro Gem, Nocturne Gem, Capra Gem. It's a 5/2, and Pearl powers up depending on how many cards your opponent has in their hand. So if your opponent has more than 5 cards in their hand, then Pearl gains +2 attack. So effectively, it's a 7/2. I'm a big fan of Pearl, and we've said this before that we were evaluating sort of including the blends in the line. And Pearl's line is really, really cool. And the synergy is very, very good. So I like Pearl a lot, and I like the strategy. I think it's a fun strategy. I might be biased, but I'm gonna go with an S for Pearl as well.
You say S?
Yeah, I would say high A to S.
Yeah, it's like it's very solid, and it's useful on its own, which is key. Like it's just like a solid attacker through and through. Even the 5 attack's nice. And the 2
and the 2 defense is
like
a nice bonus.
exceptional. Yeah, 2 defense. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a low S for me. Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Yeah.
Go Pearl.
David, why don't you take photosynthesizer?
Okay. Photosynthesizer. It's Aquaterra Electro Lucio Capro. 2 attack, 4 defense. And once per turn, you can discard 3 Aqua Gems from anywhere on your field. And then 2 things happen. You gain 3 HP and you inflict 6 damage to your opponent's HP. It's hard to work with Photosynthesizer. You have to really care about, how fast you can place Aqua Gems. But it's cool that it does attack and heals you at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that line in particular, it's like you're not doing much the entire game, and then all of a sudden you're like doing a lot. And if you're able to get all of the support out for Photosynthesizer, it's usually a pretty sure thing you'll win. It takes a while.
Yeah, the engine is slow to build, but like once you have it running, it is really daunting.
The gaining the HP plus the damage, the non-attack damage.
And the high
killer.
defense for photo.
Yeah. Like 6 non-attack damage is great. And gaining a 3, so it's like a 9-point swing.
It is, yeah. It is huge. That being said, it takes a long time to get photo moving. And it's hard to play that many gems. And then keep them moving. There are cards that do it.
The support
exists.
Yeah.
There are cards that do it, but it's it's a high cost, and it does take a long time. So you have to sort of hope that your opponent's moving slowly. Yeah. I think I don't know. Photo's a B.
Say B. I'm on the BC line.
I could see it being a B as well.
Okay. Cool. Pinnacle.
Would you like me to take that one as well?
Yeah, take it.
All right. I played a Pinnacle deck very recently that I enjoyed. All right, Pinnacle Enchanter. Aqua Gem, Terra Gem, Cryo Gem, Lucio Gem, Capra Gem. It's a 3/2. A very, very long effect, but once during your turn, you may declare 1 hero on your opponent's field. Then Pinnacle powers up when attacking that specific hero. So effectively, you pick a hero, and Pinnacle gains +6 attack. +5 attack when it hits that hero. So yeah, it's really good. And I should mention, you cannot declare the same hero
2 turns in a row.
2 turns in a row, yes. So you have to move Pinnacle around, or somehow move your opponent's heroes to power Pinnacle up. So yeah, Pinnacle, good solid base stats. The +5 to make it an 8/2 is really strong. But Pinnacle does need some help to make it happen. I don't know. I mean, I think the raw attack power is worthwhile. I would say Pinnacle's an A.
There's certain things that can be a little, I don't want to say devastating, but can hinder it pretty strongly. I agree with an A, but it's more often than not, if you design your deck properly, you're going to be getting that 8 attack.
Yeah, it's really hard to dodge. It seems like it'll be easy, but if your opponent does it right, it's quite hard.
Yeah, I think A.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Rage Domesticator. Terra Gem, Pyro Gem, Electro Gem, Nocturna Gem, Capra Gem. 0 attack, 6 defense. And when you blend this hero, you can invert the hero's attack and defense for the duration of the turn. So when the turn that you play the Rage, you're going to be getting 6 attack. It's a pretty heavy hitter and great defender. exceptional defender. And usually the strategies with Rage Domesticator are going to be trying to either bring the blend back to your hand so you can play it again and activate that effect, or using inverts. Yeah, and generally that does take a lot of energy out of your deck, so it's not always the most successful strategy. But I think it's fun to try to make it happen, and it's not bad.
Yeah, I like Rage. I mean, you do a lot of similar things that you do with Nectar, but Rage is not as good as Nectar, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's much worse.
Yeah, but you're doing a lot of similar things. You know, you have to play around the zero attack. You have to be a little creative with how you make that work. I don't know. I kind of like Rage. I could see Rage. I feel like it's a B or C. I'm going to lean toward B because I like it, but I understand if it's a C.
I think it's a B as well.
Yeah, I like the comparison with Nectar, because like it's like Nectar, you, in order to do any damage, you have to give something up. Rage, you get damage no matter what, which is nice.
Yeah. Granted, it's attack rather than effect, so you can block it in some ways.
Yeah.
It's crazy that Rage is like the bane of Lattice Crusher, because you're letting them return Rage to your hand if you use Lattice Crusher on it.
I guess.
Oh, that's kind of fun. Yeah.
David has an obsession with Lattice Crusher.
A slight one, perhaps.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
All right.
So
let's get back on track here.
C?
Rage is a... Yeah.
Wait, what do you guys vote? Both B?
I'm going low B.
Okay, it's B.
Oh, you went B.
Well, didn't you both say B? Is it majority rules?
Majority ruled. I thought it was going to be a C, but I'm happy to hear it's a B.
Season Ascender? I'll do Season. Aqua, Pyro, Cryo, Lucio, Arrow, 4 attack, 2 defense. Cyclic Blast at the end of your turn. If you have performed at least 4 rotations in the same direction during your turn, inflict 5 damage to an opponent's HP. I like Season a lot. Solid attacker, good stats across the board. It's what you're looking for in a level 5. And its effect is pretty cool too. Very specific, has to deal with rotations, which is one of the movements in Gem Blenders. You have switches and rotates and arranges. But yeah, so it's kind of a hard effect to activate, but once you do, it's kind of consistent, which is nice, and 5 non-attack damage is pretty good. I say A.
Yeah. Oh, I like Season 2. I think I like the idea of Season more than I like it in practice.
Okay.
But I would give it an A as well. I mean, it's solid stats. The 4-2 is nice, and if you can get once you get that engine moving, and I would say this is much easier to build than a photosynthesizer deck. So in my mind,
yeah, it's definitely quicker.
Season's better than photo. Yeah. So I would say Season an A for that reason.
I hear your arguments, and I get that theoretically you're doing 9 damage per turn. But it's so annoying. Like, rotation is fun because you're going back and forth. But Season Ascender, you're just going 360, so you end up in the same place, which is just, I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way.
I think it's nice to stay in the same place generally.
I do too.
Because if you're like in an optimal position, you want to stay there.
No, I don't care for that.
Well, the other thing though, David, is a lot of the other supports for Season, you can almost decide when you rotate. So you rotate to a position that's advantageous to Season, and then you have a way to finish the rotation to go the full 360. You can maximize Season's attack, and then also get the 5 damage on top of that at the end of the turn. Yeah, so it's flexible in that sense.
Yeah.
You know what? That was pretty convincing. But the highest still goes a B.
All right, it's an A.
I say A. It's better than all of the Bs that we put in B.
It is far better than Luster Striker. Oh my god.
Okay. Skyward Commander?
Skyward Commander. Aqua, Terra, Pyro, Lucio, Arrow gems. 3 attack, 3 defense. And this one has a super long effect, so bear with me. Once during a turn, you have 3 options. You can discard 1 Aqua gem, 2 Terra gems, or 3 Pyro gems. If you discard 1 Aqua gem, then you get to switch the position of 1 hero on your field or rotate your heroes, either direction. If you discard 2 Terra gems, you get +2 attack to all your frontline heroes for the duration of your turn. And if you discard 3 Pyro gems, the big hitter, then you double all non-attack damage to your opponent. So you get an amplify. Skyward Commander is trash.
David's right.
Yeah,
It's not good.
It's unfortunate that at least as it currently stands with the support, it's very hard to use the 2 useful parts of that effect, which are the Terra Gem 1 and the Pyro Gem 1. You're just giving up a lot of gems to make it happen.
Yeah. I can see a scenario where Skyward comes back and is good.
Yeah. The effect, it's awesome that you can do that, and like with Ion Banger, in order to get the multiplier, you need to discard it, so you're losing the ability to do it again. But Skyward, you can potentially do it every turn, so that would rely on less damage done in order to get the multiplier.
That is true.
But 3 Pyro Gems is impossible that's the limiting factor there. So if you can somehow, I don't know, some set 2 cards maybe, but that's not what we're talking about right now.
Exactly. Yeah. Skyward has some potential, but as it currently stands, Skyward is a D. The 3/3 also, while serviceable, I almost feel like is in the same vein or the same tier as Catalyst in terms of not particularly useful stats.
No, 3/3 is solid.
Has a better...
3/3 is very solid. 3 attack feels good, I think.
It might feel good to you, but it does not feel good to me. So, Skyward is
not exceptional by any means.
Yeah, Skyward's a D.
I agree with it.
I think Skyward is high D.
Yeah, okay, high D. Yeah, I don't think it's not like far off from Lattice and Fume.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Stormweaver. Good old Stormweaver.
All right, Stormweaver. It's old trusty. It's very, very solid. Okay,
Yeah.
Aqua Gem, Cryo Gem, Electro Gem, Lucio Gem, Arrow Gem. It's a 4/4, and Stormweaver is very flexible in how it attacks. So if you are in your center position, Stormweaver can attack your opponent straight ahead or to either of their left or right position. If Stormweaver's in your right position, then it can attack your opponent's center position or straight ahead to your opponent's left position. So you can you're very flexible with how you direct your attacks, and you can dodge defense, which is very nice for Stormweaver.
Mm-hmm.
The 4/4, I mean, it's really solid. It's really solid. I don't know if it's more. I mean, it's
it has
good defense.
The
it's a
highest
good
combined stat total of any of the level 5 blends. I believe so. Yeah, so that's just, and they're evenly split, which speaks to its reliability.
Yeah. Storm is good, and once it's out, it's kind of hard to dodge, and you have a blocker with the 4 defense. I think Storm's an A.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost say like A has to do something kind of exceptional. I feel like it's more of a B in my book, even though, I don't know, maybe we do need to do some rearranging at the end, which we can do. But I think a B is what Storm is.
Oh, because I'm going to say Storm is a C.
Oh.
And here's why. Storm is the only level 5 that we've seen so far that can be stalled, that can have its entire effect be stalled by 3 guards. Everyone else can do something interesting.
Alright.
Okay.
I think that's a good point, that it's weak against like a consistent, even just having, like, say you have a whole wall of 2 defense, makes Stormweaver kind of bad.
It does. I rarely see that happen though. And I do think the flexibility of Stormweaver does get you out of that pretty easily. So I don't know. I mean, I still think Storm's an A. Because it's so solid. And I understand your exceptional point, but because it's so consistent, that's what makes it exceptional, is that it's so consistent.
That's a boring exceptional trait. It's going in the B with David's C, I think, right?
It's so much better than Rage.
Is that fair?
It's much better than Rage. That's all I have to say.
I don't think it's much better, no.
It is much better.
It's a little better. It can be higher in the tier.
Yeah,
I'm going to go high B. Storm is a high B. That's what I'll say.
Okay, someone take Tremor Bounder.
Okay, Tremor Bounder. It's Aqua Terra, Pyro, Nocturna, Capra Gems, and 5 attack, 3 defense. And at the end of your turn, if you inflicted 15 or more damage during the turn, you can arrange all your heroes and all your opponent's heroes. It's such a weird effect, but it's quite interesting.
Yeah, you don't see it. You don't see it used often because it's very difficult to use.
Yeah. If you're going to use it, you're using it purely for the stats. And the 8 stats, you know, I know Steve said that Storm, the 8 was the highest. Well,
oh yeah,
it's
tied.
ties that,
and it's a little better because it's skewed towards the attack.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'd say Tremor Bounder has a pretty cool thing going for it there.
Yeah. I like Tremor. Yeah, I like Tremor. It's kind of a tough one because the effect is not a game changer necessarily. Because if you're doing 15 damage, you're doing pretty well. So I don't know.
It's like a punishing move that like assures victory. It's designed to combine with Cannon Boomer, which is a sub blend of Tremor Bounder, which does exactly 15 damage under a certain circumstance. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I think Tremor on stats alone is a B. And I know we've said like just having the 5 attack and the 3 defense, and then not having any positional restrictions. You can be center, right, left, doesn't matter. I think that's really good.
Yeah. Yeah. You said B? I think I say B.
Yeah, I can see it being a B.
I would like to see. I don't think it's seen enough play, as much play as it deserves. I think it could be cool in some decks. But yeah, let's go.
I don't know. I did run it in my Pinnacle deck.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I didn't have to pull it out.
Okay. Sam, why don't you take Verve?
Of course. I was waiting for this one too. Verve Conflictor, Terra Gem, Cryo Gem, Electro Gem, Nocturna Gem, Aero Gem. It's a 3/4. And for every blend in your opponent's discard, +1 attack when attacking that opponent. So Verve powers up based on how many blends are in your opponent's discard. There's almost no scenario in which you would play a level 5 blend or you'd play Verve and your opponent will not have discarded a blend. Mm-hmm. So Verve, while it's a 3/4, is almost guaranteed to be, I don't know, much higher, probably a 6/4 at the very least. And that's just really good. There's also no cap. So if your opponent is deep blending all the time, then Verve can, just really powers up. And yeah, Verve is great. Verve is definitely an S tier.
S. I think I disagree with S. I don't know. I don't think it's that special.
There's no cap.
Yeah, but
there's no cap.
Like, I don't know. I don't think that many decks rely on the discard, and it's also relying on your opponent, or rely on putting blends in their discard.
Yeah, but if you think about a deck makeup, most decks, give or take, will have 15 blends. Well, you're not going to play all 15, but you're probably going to use, half of them, and you're probably not going to have them on your field for the entire game. So you're automatically going to be putting some in the discard. The other thing is Verve does have good support that puts blends in the discard. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, the no cap, like Verve could potentially be a 10, and the 4 defense is a kicker too, because it's just a wall.
It's quite good. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so if you think about it, so we talk about Tremor being 8 total stats. Storm is 8 total stats.
And Pearl we're putting up there anyway too.
Yep. And Verve is at the very least. It's 7, but it's
okay. I would for me it'd be
8.
more of like a low S, but yeah, okay, I can see an S.
It's definitely an S. Verve has the highest potential attack in the game. If someone's playing a Dexter deck insanely, and they have all blends, then they somehow go down to their last card, a Verve could have 53 attack.
Well, that would be insane.
It's true.
That would be quite insane.
Great theoretical example, David.
Yes. In practice, it usually has, at
really
least 7.
like stepping into the Gem Blenders theory.
Yeah, no, but I think David's right. In practice, it usually has at least 7 attack.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say usually at least 7. I feel like usually
would.
like 5.
But
But even 5, I think it deserves an S.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. If it's a 5, it's definitely an S.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you might not have played a Verve lately, but yeah,
I
it's
know.
definitely-
Maybe it's changed since I've played it from before. But yeah.
No, it's
Do we wanna-
Verve is good.
Do we want to change anything up? Right now we have S, Nectar, Pearl, Verve. A, Ion, Pinnacle, Season. B, Catalyst, Fleet, Luster, Photo, Rage, Storm, Tremor. I think I see one that needs to change there. Fume, Lattice on C, and Skyward on D.
Yeah, I see things we need to change.
I-
Catalyst and Luster should be higher.
No way.
No, I think Fleet should be lower.
I
C.
agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have been too high on it. Or I was too high on it. Fleet needs to be lower. I think Catalyst also should be lower.
Oh no, don't do that.
I could see Catalyst being lower.
Oh, okay. Well,
But then maybe
congrats
Fume should be.
to the team, but I think I have a better understanding.
Yeah, I think maybe if we make Catalyst lower, I think Catalyst is more useful than Fume and Lattice. No?
Of course, it's more useful than Fume. Are you kidding me?
So you think Fume or Lattice should go to D?
Fume. I thought Fume was a D.
I think Fume is also a D.
Okay. We'll move Fume to D, Catalyst to C.
No.
Fleet is also a C. Did we already do that?
Yeah, Fleet's a C.
Okay.
Now we have B, Luster, Photo, Rage, Storm, and Tremor. That feels kind of accurate to me, with Luster and Photo maybe being towards the minus, B minus.
I would say Rage is also a B minus.
Yeah. I think they all like none of them get up to A in my book.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'd agree with that. I mean, Luster's probably a C in my book, but you guys like it, so.
And like Lattice and Catalyst and Fleet can all be like really interesting, but they're kind of difficult to pull off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this now. This looks good. Looks good
Yeah,
to me.
I'm glad we did a little recap. That was good. To be able to move things around.
We should
a bit.
get in the habit of doing that, because it's hard to keep track of where things go
Oh,
during
definitely.
it.
And
yeah.
And as you think more about the blends, you think about how they slot with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and there it is. There is the level 5 blend tier list. And now we officially finished every blend in the base collection. So thank you, David and Sam, for going through it with me.
Oh
We
yeah,
did it.
Yeah.
we did it. Yeah. Love
Yeah.
talking gem blenders. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for bearing with all my controversial opinions.
Yes, it wouldn't be the same without your controversial opinions, because both of your opinions are very valuable. And yeah, it's really, at the end of the day, we're just 3 people playing this game, and everybody has their own opinions. So yeah, for everybody watching, make sure you try out Gem Blenders, join our Discord server, check out the other YouTube videos, and stay tuned, because we have more tier list videos coming for when we do the heroes and the action cards in the base collection as well. So see you next time, and thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.